This man said a 7-year-old child tried to blackmail him. He said that she threatened to tell her mother that he had molested her. He said that she demanded money from him. And he was saying all this as if it explained why he had literally taken this child's life. This story is very sad, but it's not going to end the way you think it will. Let's get into it. Before we talk about the murder, we need to understand the mother. Mariana Bachmeier, she did not live a quiet or tidy life. She grew up in a very, very strict home in West Germany with a strict, harsh, authoritarian father. As a teenager, she got pregnant at 16. That baby was given up for adoption. 2 years later, she got pregnant again. That child was also given up. By the time she was in her early 20s, Mariana had already lived a very difficult, unstable life. Then in 1972, she had Anna, and this time she kept the baby. Mariana lived in Lubeck and she she later owned the pub called Tipaza. This was not a calm environment. Activists, squatters, loud personalities, all sorts of people, they passed through her pub. Anna grew up around that setting. Sometimes she stayed there late into the night while her mother worked. Sometimes she even slept there. Neighbors later said that Anna was very independent for her age. She often walked herself to school. Sometimes she stayed home alone while her mother went to work. At one point, Mariana had even seriously considered placing Anna in foster care. She just felt overwhelmed by the kind of life that she was living, And all these details I'm telling you, they matter later when this case exploded, because this is what people used to question what kind of mother she really was. On May 5th, 1980, Anna and her mother had a small argument in the morning, just a normal argument. Anna decided that she wasn't going to school that day. So Mariana, she left for a walk at the pub and she left Anna at home. At some point after that, Anna left the flat by herself. This was not unusual for her. She usually moved around the neighborhood freely. Everybody knew Anna. A man called Klaus Grabowski, he lived nearby. Anna already knew him and she had been to his apartment before, I think, to play with his little cats or something. He was a neighbor. He was familiar. He's nothing to be scared of. What Anna did not know was that this man had already been convicted of sexually abusing 2 young girls. He had even gone to prison for it. While in prison, he had agreed to surgical castration so that he could be released early. Later, with medical approval, he received hormone treatment and that restored his sex drive. I don't know why they allowed him to do that. So this was a man with a serious history around children and he was living freely in the same neighborhood. That morning, he took Anna into his home. He kept her there for hours. He sexually assaulted her. He later admitted to strangling her with a pair of tights belonging to his fiancée. He put her in a cardboard box and he dumped it near a canal. His fiancée realized that something was wrong and he confessed to her. Later, she called the police. He was arrested the same day. But when he spoke to police, he didn't just confess. He blamed Anna, the 7-year-old child. He said that the 7-year-old tried to blackmail him, that she had threatened to tell her mother that he had molested her unless he gave her money. He presented this story as the reason why he had panicked and killed her. This is what Mariana had to sit and listen to when the trial started months later. She had to sit in a courtroom and hear a grown man try to stain her child's name to save himself. Day 1, she listened. Day 2, she listened. Day 3, he was preparing to speak again. She couldn't take it. Mariana walked into that courtroom with a small pistol in her handbag. Nobody searched her. Court security in those days was very relaxed, right? The court was quiet. The judge was about to resume. Grabowski was sitting a few feet in front of her. Mariana stood up, walked behind him, pulled out the gun, and fired 8 shots into him. 6 bullets hit him, and he died on the courtroom floor. People screamed, the judges froze, the lawyers ducked. Confusion. A police officer heard her shout "pig" as she fired. When the gun was empty, she dropped it and she allowed herself to be arrested. She reportedly said, "I wanted to kill him. I hope he's dead." Now, the case was no longer about the murder of Anna. It was now about a mother who had just killed her daughter's killer inside a courtroom. Mariana went on trial for murder. Her lawyers argued that she was emotionally overwhelmed, that hearing him speak about Anna like that, it broke something inside her, that she acted in a moment of extreme distress. But there were signs that this was not completely sudden. She had brought in a loaded gun, and years later, a friend said that she actually practiced shooting in the basement of Tipaza after Anna's death. During the trial, a psychologist revealed that after the shooting, when asked to write something, Mariana wrote, "I did it for you, Anna," and then she drew 7 hearts. In March of 1983, the court gave its verdict, not murder, manslaughter. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison, and this is where Germany became divided. Many people sympathized with her. She received letters, gifts, donations for her legal fees. But after Stern magazine published a long series about her personal life, some people started questioning her. The image of the perfect mother changed when the public learned about the pub life, the earlier children, how Anna had been raised. Others said none of that mattered, that the legal system cannot survive if people take justice into their own hands. People were just split. Polls showed that people were almost evenly split on whether her sentence was too harsh, too soft, or just right. She served just over 3 years and then she was released early. After prison, she didn't want to stay in Germany. The attention, the memories, it was all too much for her. So she remarried and then she left the country. She's reported to have actually lived some time in Nigeria with her husband, and he worked as at a German school there in Nigeria. Later, she moved to Sicily in Italy, where she worked in a hospice caring for terminally ill patients. Years later, in an interview, she was asked if she regretted what she did. She said no, absolutely not. She said there's a difference between what she did and what he did. He killed an innocent child. She killed a guilty man. In the mid-1990s, Mariana was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She returned to Germany for treatment, and she allowed a documentary crew to film her final weeks. Mariana Bachmeier, she died in 1996 at the age of 46. She's buried beside her daughter, Anna. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy stories or videos like this, please don't forget to follow me. I tell these stories all the time on all my social media. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.